Now, just a heads up, we're about to show one of the biggest gaffes that has ever happened at a baseball game. You have been warned.
Taylor hooks a fly ball to deep left field over McCarthy off the top of the wall. Just misses a home run. Settles for a two-run double. It bounces off the fan's chest right across the Dodgers.
After review, the call is overturned. Home run.
The baseball goes between his glove and his hand, and of course is eventually called a home run. I couldn't think of a bigger gaffe out there, and a great way to start today's episode. Hello guys, welcome back to Grav's Gaffes, a series where we take a look at the most embarrassing and worst MLB plays throughout the last week. We have been gifted with some absolutely monumental ones today after last week and how barren it was in baseball. Today we got some great embarrassing moments, but throughout the league, what were the worst MLB plays? We'll watch till the end for every single clip, and of course hit that subscribe button to the Sportsnet YouTube channel for more gaffes and slams just like this. Also for today's Grav Gaffes, we're rocking the Elliott Freeman shirt. If you want more shirts and other stuff like this, go to shopsportsnet.store for some quality stuff. Now let's go on to the second Grav Gaffe for today, other than the ridiculous moment by that Dodgers fan. But now we can go to some actual player gaffes here. With the Yankees and the Red Sox series always being entertaining, it's been a while actually since the Red Sox have had some gaffes, but they treated us to some amazing ones, and this Little League home run by Gleyber Torres just takes the cake.
Line drive, it's a base hit to right field. Charging is Verdugo. He comes up throwing. Here comes Hicks. He'll score. Moving to third is Judge. And the throw gets by the first baseman Arroyo. Judge will score. Here comes Gleyber Torres. He's coming home. And the throw is not in time. A Little League three-run home run. And it's 3-0 Yankees.
A lot to unwind there,
There's a
Flash.
lot to digest after this one. Well, first things first, Gleyber Torres stays hot. And
Now the great thing about this gaffe for the Red Sox is it wasn't just Alex Verdugo with the horrible throw. It was also Connor Wong, the catcher, who completely overthrew first, and the Little League home run was just easy. I mean, I could have scored on that one. But it just warms my heart seeing the Red Sox defense back at their antics. But guess what? In the very same game, they were not done.
Lined into center field, and it's over the head of Almonte, and it'll go to the wall. Stanton gets himself a double.
And then you got this play later in the game, and Abraham Almonte, I mean, we're talking about Little League home runs by Torres. This looked like a Little League play as well. Abraham Almonte has got to be the luckiest man in the world. If that was anybody other than Giancarlo Stanton, he would have been even more screwed, but Stanton, of course, only took the second base. Just a horrible misplay, but the way he jumped for it, he looked like me out there in the outfield, and that's not a good thing. But now we continue with the AL East battles, this time with the Jays and the Rays series. Although the Jays had some pretty good moments in this series, this next one wasn't one of them.
Rosarena on the move, and the pitch is hit on the ground toward the hole, deflected off the glove of Chapman into left. And with that, Rosarena's going to go to third. Now he's going to try to score, and the throw from Hernandez is way high. Rosarena caught Hernandez napping out there, and the Rays literally steal another run.
Boy, I'll tell you, yes, he did, and that was what an ugly play here for the Blue Jays. Rosarena off once again, the ground ball off the glove into shallow left field. Okay, that gives a Rosarena third base, but now, how about the throw there by Hernandez too? Rushed, sailed, and a Rosarena. Now listen, the Blue Jays should know better than anybody, being in the division, how aggressive Arozarena is on the base pass. You can assume nothing with him.
Obviously, it goes off Matt Chapman, but it would have been okay, in my opinion, if Hernandez just played it correctly. Instead, Arozarena tested him, and I think Teoscar Hernandez was as surprised as all of us that Randy was doing that, and that throw wasn't even close to home plate. If it was, Randy was probably out, but unfortunately, it's a Grav gaff. Now, thankfully for Teoscar, that was not nearly the last of the horrible outfielding gaffes. This one, next up by Yadiel Hernandez, is one of my favorite plays of the week.
Line drive down the third base line and into the left field corner. Cesar Hernandez thought it might skip off the side wall. Cedric Mullins is going to fly around. This one gets by Hernandez, and this is going to be a Little League home run.
This one's going to be seen everywhere now because right when he comes to throw it, not there.
I mean, we've been talking about Little League plays and Little League home runs in this video so far, but this is T-ball level. This is what you see out of 5-year-olds. I mean, I gotta respect it for Hernandez, obviously making this this video. I mean, that's high praise. But even though I wouldn't say I could do better than an MLB player, I probably could. Now, the outfield gaffes just keep on coming. We've had a couple of great Grav slams from Steven Kwan, but this gaff wasn't all too pretty for him.
And Minnesota kind of has a philosophy as that ball is foul off the screen.
Did that go off him, off his head? That come down and get him right off the top.
That's just not right.
It's going to give him a helmet to wear out there next inning.
The best part about this clip is that he assumes that it's going into the stands. He's looking over to the people in the stands, just waiting for them to catch it. And as he's looking, the ball just slams him in the head. It's perfect. It's absolutely magical. Only this could happen in baseball. I mean, I was playing tennis last week, and as I was trying to go back to the ball, it was hit above me. It was bouncing, and then I didn't see where it was going. It bonked off my head. But as an MLB player, you should probably know where the ball is going. Instead, it's a gaff for our amusement. Now, actually thinking about it, there were a ton of gaffes in this Twins and Guardians series, and this one at a pivotal moment couldn't have come at a worse time for Minnesota.
The 1-1 pitch in the dirt. It might have hit him. No, it goes to the backstop. Here comes Ernie Clement. He's gonna score the go-ahead run. All the way from second base.
Are you kidding me? Sanchez lost it. Couldn't find the ball.
It's one thing to lose the lead on a wild pitch, but it's another to lose a lead on a wild pitch when the runner was at second. Gaff worthy. And of course, the Twins would later lose that game, but in the very next game, the Twins would continue to just gaff it all up, and the Guardians would end up getting a absolutely crazy in the bottom of the 15th walk-off winner.
It gets by,
baby!
and the Guardians will win it. Palacios could not corral it, and Cleveland finally escapes with a victory. Their 8th in a row over Minnesota.
Jermaine Palacios is unfortunately the sad soul who had to make that play. And the sad thing was, it was there. It was there. And they could have just gone to the 16th inning and continued that duel of a game. But baseball gods are cruel, and especially to Minnesota right now. And due to a couple of gaffes here or there, the Twins had 5 games against the Guardians and would win one of them. They're now 7 games back in the playoff race, and I think that's pretty much all she wrote. Now, speaking of big wins, the Cardinals got a couple of pretty big ones, but this next one was the funniest, where the Reds had the game right there and decided to gaff it all up.
The next. Goldie pulls it. A play at the plate. They hit the runner and the game is over. They hit Kisner.
And again, speaking of gaffing it up at the worst time, that was the worst time for the Reds, even though they're not going to be in a playoff race anytime soon. I mean, for the Cardinals, it's not like they needed the wins. They've been amazing over these last couple months. But at the same time, that was the worst way to possibly ever lose a game. It was 0-0 leading up to that play. No runs were scored in the bottom of the 11th. And that's what got it done for St. Louis. Now, I wasn't sure whether to include this next clip as a gaff or a slam, but for me, this might be my favorite play in the MLB, like, over this last year. It's seriously that good. And it's kind of that middle area because O'Neal Cruz almost killed somebody by having his bat swing into the stands, but seriously, the reaction by the security guard, I cannot believe just how amazing this is.
Wow. That ball, or that bat, is gone.
Look at the look in the guy's face. Oh, jeez. An O'Neal Cruz souvenir.
Can we find this man? This man deserves everything in life. Everything in life. And I love him. Now, we had a clip earlier where the Guardians had a runner on second and scored, even though they definitely should not have. And this next play is along those same lines, where Elvis Andrus usually sometimes can be a pretty good fielder. But this last one, not so much.
Ground ball left side and gloved by Andrus. Badu's going to try and score. Up the line goes to throw. He's in there and Green swims his way into second. The mad aggression pays off.
Seriously though, this is some heads-up base running by Akil Baddoo. I mean, seriously though, to go, especially with Andrus way deep in the outfield, to do that, to just turn on the jets and go right home. I mean, Andrus had no idea what to do. He was extremely flustered, but the wheels on Akil were unbelievable. But for Andrus, even though the White Sox would still eventually win that game, to make it even close against the Tigers, come on, guys. Now let's go on to the last couple of clips for today, and of course, they are featuring the Miami Marlins, who have had an unbelievable amount of gaffes this year. Like, it's actually amazing to think about. But these next couple plays just take the cake. I mean, Joey Meneses ended up getting an inside-the-park home run. Again, broken record for today's video. But this was just absolutely magical or horrible to watch, depending on how you view it.
Breaking ball, Joey Meneses hits it a ton to center. Blade back, off the wall. Then it hits him. It goes along the out-of-town scoreboard. Joey Meneses, he's going to be waved home by Gary DiSarcina. See you later. Inside the park home run.
Joey Oxygen. Someone get him a tank. Unbelievable.
Now you gotta feel for JJ Bleday there at center field, even though he has one of the coolest names in the MLB. Doesn't shield him from the fact that gaffes can always happen, and he was tracking that ball, he was looking for it, and decided to jump for it, went right past him, and just immediately, goes like 15 feet outwards, and he's just stuck, just trying to scurry back to the ball as Meneses is just absolutely torching the base paths. But it's a Marlins type of play, especially this year. But the Marlins outfielders were not done getting gaffes today, folks. In this next play, when they were up 4-2, Brian Anderson decides to do this for some reason.
Abrams a drive to right, and it's beyond the reach of Anderson. This will tie the game. Abrams heading beyond second base. Over to third. The Nats are back even here in the 7th.
What a job, CJ Abrams.
If Brian Anderson does not get anything on this, there might have been 2 inside the Parkers in this inning.
And of course, because that play, the Nationals would end up winning the game. And I know it's between the 2 worst teams in the NL East, but just the drama here between 2 of the worst teams and the gaffes that they were able to make, it was just absolutely beautiful. But again, Brian, seriously, dude, what is going on there? But that's gonna be it for today's Grav Gaffes. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell if you haven't already for more Graphs and Slams just like this. Of course, comment down below what was your favorite gaff and worst moment of the MLB over this last week, and did we miss any? Let us know in the comments down below. Share the video with all the baseball fans you guys know, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.